know that Bad Bunny is trending right now because he did such an amazing performance at the Super Bowl, something very meaningful. And I'm going to tell you guys about the time I think me and my family actually met Bad Bunny. We just didn't know it at the time. So every summer when my boys get out of school, me and my husband like to take them somewhere on a vacation, and we like to call it the summer kickoff to get them pumped and ready for summer. It's like a good job for, doing school this year, and now let's get your summer started. And back in 2023, we decided to go to Puerto Rico. Now, the thing about Puerto Rico is there are no all-inclusive resorts, which is great because you really have to like get out there. Unless you want to eat boring hotel food, you really have to get out in the streets, explore the food, the culture, the people, the language, everything. So I felt super safe. So me and my family, the entire time, we didn't really stay at our hotel. We were out in these Puerto Rican streets. By the way, I know you guys saw me use the Dior concealer last time. My husband actually bought me Tarte. I wanted to really try this. I'm almost out of this, and I'm trying to see if this give me a little bit better coverage because I have super dark circles. Okay, but back to the story. So the minute we got to PR, the first meal I had was mofongo at this restaurant right outside the hotel. And it was really, really good. At that point, this smells good. At that point, I was addicted. I was like, oh my goodness, I want mofongo again tonight. So I told my husband, I was like, let's go out. Let's find a local restaurant. Let's try mofongo somewhere else. Okay. So we're exploring PR. And then later that night, we find this little hole in the wall, not hole in the wall, but like a mom and pop shop, nothing super fancy. Like you can tell that it was a good restaurant. It had really good reviews, but you can also tell that it had been in PR for a very long time. And it was just like a regular, mom and pop shop, it wasn't like a chain restaurant or anything like that. Okay, cool. Okay, so anyway, we take a quick little Uber over to this restaurant. It's about 7 minutes from our hotel. Mind you, every Uber in PR felt like it cost $5 each. So I love that because it was really quick and easy to get around for the low. Okay, this is much better. So anyway, we get to this restaurant. Okay, not too big of a crowd, really chill. The server comes out, we order our mofongo, and then immediately after we order our food, maybe about like 2 minutes later, there is a crowd of men that come in. I'm talking about a posse of like 10 men. They're all dressed super nice, chains on, just very, like you could tell for sure that they were celebrities of some sort. I knew that one of them was probably like the main character or celebrity, whatever. I just didn't know who, okay? So then they sit down, and when I tell you, nobody else in that restaurant, no other customer mattered to these people. Nobody else mattered. We did not get our food until these people left. So when they got there, everybody, like all the servers were going crazy. I don't even remember these people taking an order. I just remember these servers coming out and just bringing dish after dish after dish. It was like some alarm went off in the back, like, oh my goodness, this person's here. All bets are off for everybody else. You guys cater to this person, because every single waitress, waiter in that restaurant was at this table. Nobody else mattered at that point. My family did not matter. And the crazy part is you could tell that everybody in the restaurant was locals. We were 100% for sure the only tourists there that weren't from PR. But everybody was admiring this person, but they also had enough respect not to go up to them, not to ask them for pictures, nothing. Like they were just sitting back in shock and all, like you could hear like the gasping and everything. So I lean over because I'm like, where is my mofongo? Like we ordered before these people got here. I'm like, I know these are some celebrities of some sort. I'm like, do they own their restaurant? Like what's going on? And then I lean over to the person next to me, this Puerto Rican lady, and I'm like, are these celebrities? And she looked at me like, yeah. like I was supposed to know who it was. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm not even going to ask who it is because I don't want to embarrass myself. So I'm just going to sit back. So then the table is right next to us. Like we were here sitting at a table of 4, and then they were sitting across from us. Like they had combined about 3 tables to make enough seats for the 10. And, you know, I gave one of those, you know, when you're trying to be nice, you're trying to say hi to somebody, but you don't know them, they're a stranger, and you just, you know. So that's what I did, and I think I met Bad Bunny. But anyway, when I say we didn't get any of our food until those people were done eating, that was true. I think we at least got our drinks though. When everyone was sitting down eating, we finally got our drinks. But the thing about this posse is they were in and out. They were for sure, like they sat down, they didn't order. The place was just brought out. They ate their food, they got up and left. And then once this group finally left, then we were able to get our mofongo. Okay, I definitely do like the way my blush sits on top of this concealer. I don't know, it's like, I think because the concealer is so bright, it actually shows off my blush the way I like it to. Okay, anyway, back to the story. So these people left the restaurant. We finally got our food, and all I have is this picture that I'll show you guys of my plate of chicken mofongo. That's why I was there. That's like the most exciting part. I was there. I wouldn't dare take a picture of somebody, celebrity or not, without them knowing. I just didn't want to be sneaky and take this picture and Google later like, oh, who is this? But I will tell you that was June 14th, 2003. I'll put a little timestamp right there to show when I took the picture. And then I was telling a friend about this story a couple of months later, and I was like, yeah, we went to Puerto Rico and we saw some big celebrity there at the restaurant. They stopped serving us, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, Puerto Rico? Was it Bad Bunny? And I'm like, oh yeah, like I have been hearing about Bad Bunny. And at that, like, honestly, I've been on this very Christian journey for a very long time. So I have been like, that was the start of my Christian rap era. So I wasn't listening to anything except Christian rap, especially heavy at that time. So I was not familiar with a lot of artists in any way, shape, or manner. But anyway, she was like, I'm pretty sure that that was Bad Bunny, especially if you say that you were in PR and you were at some mom and pop restaurant, nothing too fancy, something low key that only a local celebrity would know. And I was like, okay, yeah, like let me go back and Google and see if Bad Bunny was in PR at that time. And sure enough, he had a concert that very night, and I am almost certain that is who I saw. And that honestly just goes back into the video I made the other day where I talked about how you just never know who you're in the room with. You never know who you're actually crossing paths with. And I talked about how, I know people say something about like, oh, the 6 degrees of separation. Like, you know every person by knowing 6 people in between, something like that. But I believe that God does everything according to his plan. Everything is divine. I don't believe that particular event was for any reason or purpose, but you just never know who you're in a room with. Make sure you always treat everybody accordingly. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that little story time. This is the end of my look. I'm still trying to find the best way to preserve my hair with curls. So this is probably going to have to be an ear tuck. I don't know. I may have to go back and clean it up. But we got a little curl action going on. I just can't wrap my hair anymore. And I can't use those big purple flexi rods because it's the most uncomfortable sleep. I might need to go in and fix this one piece and this one piece, and then I'll be good to go. Okay, we're a little cleaned up now. I had to fix these two because the way I bobby pinned them was a little weird, but this is the look. All right, hope you enjoy. Have a great week.